The employment situation, December 2022. Transmission of material in this news release is embargoed until 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Friday, January 6, 2023. Total non-farm payroll employment increased by 223,000 in December, and the unemployment rate edged down to 3.5%, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported today. Notable job gains occurred in leisure and hospitality, health care, construction, and social assistance. This news release presents statistics from 2 monthly surveys. The Household Survey measures labor force status, including unemployment, by demographic characteristics. The Establishment Survey measures non-farm employment, hours, and earnings by industry. For more information about the concepts and statistical methodology used in these 2 surveys, see the technical note. Revision of seasonally adjusted household survey data. Seasonally adjusted household survey data have been revised using updated seasonal adjustment factors, a procedure done at the end of each calendar year. Seasonally adjusted estimates back to January 2018 were subject to revision. The unemployment rates for January 2022 through November 2022, as originally published and as revised, appear in Table A on page 6, along with additional information about the revisions. Household survey data. The unemployment rate edged down to 3.5% in December and has remained in a narrow range of 3.5% to 3.7% since March. The number of unemployed persons edged down to 5.7 million in December. See Table A1. Among the major worker groups, the unemployment rate for whites fell to 3.0% in December. The jobless rates for adult men, 3.1%, adult women, 3.2%, teenagers, 10.4%, blacks, 5.7%, Asians, 2.4%, and Hispanics, 4.1%, showed little or no change over the month. See Tables A1, A2, and A3. The number of long-term unemployed, those jobless for 27 weeks or more, declined by 146,000 to 1.1 million in December. This measure is down from 2.0 million a year earlier. The long-term unemployed accounted for 18.5% of all unemployed persons. See Table A12. The employment population ratio increased by 0.2 percentage point over the month to 60.1%. The labor force participation rate was little changed at 62.3%. Both measures have shown little net change since early 2022. These measures are each 1.0 percentage point below their values in February 2020, prior to the coronavirus, COVID-19, pandemic. See Table A1. The number of persons employed part-time for economic reasons, at 3.9 million, changed little in December. These individuals, who would have preferred full-time employment, were working part-time because their hours had been reduced or they were unable to find full-time jobs. See Table A8. The number of persons not in the labor force who currently want a job fell by 352,000 to 5.2 million in December and is little different from its February 2020 level of 5.1 million. These individuals were not counted as unemployed because they were not actively looking for work during the 4 weeks preceding the survey or were unavailable to take a job. See Table A1. Among those not in the labor force who wanted a job, the number of persons marginally attached to the labor force declined by 231,000 to 1.3 million in December. These individuals wanted and were available for work and had looked for a job sometime in the prior 12 months but had not looked for work in the 4 weeks preceding the survey. The number of discouraged workers, a subset of the marginally attached who believed that no jobs were available for them, numbered 410,000 in December, essentially unchanged from the previous month. See Summary Table A. Establishment Survey Data. Total non-farm payroll employment increased by 223,000 in December. Notable job gains occurred in leisure and hospitality, health care, construction, and social assistance. Payroll employment rose by 4.5 million in 2022, an average monthly gain of 375,000, less than the increase of 6.7 million in 2021. An average monthly gain of 562,000. See Table B1. In December, employment in leisure and hospitality rose by 67,000. Employment continued to trend up in food services and drinking places, plus 26,000, amusements, gambling, and recreation, plus 25,000, and accommodation, plus 10,000. Leisure and hospitality added an average of 79,000 jobs per month in 2022, substantially less than the average gain of 196,000 jobs per month in 2021. Employment in the industry remains below its pre-pandemic February 2020 level by 932,000, or 5.5%. Healthcare employment increased by 55,000 in December, with gains in ambulatory healthcare services, plus 30,000, hospitals, plus 16,000, and nursing and residential care facilities, plus 9,000. Job growth in healthcare averaged 49,000 per month in 2022, considerably above the 2021 average monthly gain of 9,000. Employment in construction increased by 28,000 in December, as specialty trade contractors added 17,000 jobs. Construction employment increased by an average of 19,000 per month in 2022, little different than the average of 16,000 per month in 2021. Social assistance added 20,000 jobs in December. Employment in individual and family services continued to trend up over the month, plus 10,000. Job growth in social assistance averaged 17,000 per month in 2022, compared with the 2021 average of 13,000 per month. Employment in the other services industry continued to trend up in December, plus 14,000. Monthly job growth in other services averaged 14,000 in 2022, lower than the average of 24,000 per month in 2021. Employment in other services is below its February 2020 level by 174,000, or 2.9%. In December, mining employment increased by 4,000, reflecting job growth in support activities for mining, plus 5,000. Since a recent low in February 2021, mining employment has grown by 104,000. Employment in retail trade changed little in December, plus 9,000. Job growth in retail trade averaged 16,000 per month in 2022, less than half the average growth of 35,000 per month in 2021. Over the month, employment in manufacturing changed little, plus 8,000, as job gains in durable goods, plus 24,000, were partially offset by losses in non-durable goods, minus 16,000. In 2022, manufacturing added an average of 32,000 jobs per month, little different than the average of 30,000 jobs per month in 2021. In December, employment in transportation and warehousing changed little, plus 5,000. Air transportation, plus 3,000, added jobs over the month, while employment continued to trend down in couriers and messengers, minus 4,000, and in warehousing and storage, minus 3,000. In 2022, average job growth in transportation and warehousing, plus 17,000, was about half the average job growth in 2021, plus 36,000. In December, government employment was essentially unchanged, plus 3,000. Employment in state government education declined by 24,000, reflecting strike activity among university employees. Employment in professional and business services remained little changed in December, minus 6,000. Employment in temporary help services declined by 35,000 over the month and has fallen by 111,000 since July. Job growth in professional and business services averaged 50,000 per month in 2022, roughly half of the average of 94,000 per month in 2021. Over the month, employment showed little change in other major industries, including wholesale trade, information, and financial activities. In December, average hourly earnings for all employees on private non-farm payrolls rose by 9 cents, or 0.3%, to $32.82. Over the past 12 months, average hourly earnings have increased by 4.6%. In December, average hourly earnings of private sector production and non-supervisory employees rose by 6 cents, or 0.2%, to $28.07. See tables B3 and B8. The average workweek for all employees on private non-farm payrolls declined by 0.1 hour to 34.3 hours in December. In manufacturing, The average workweek for all employees was little changed at 40.1 hours, and overtime declined by 0.2 hour to 2.9 hours. The average workweek for production and non-supervisory employees on private non-farm payrolls decreased by 0.1 hour to 33.8 hours. See tables B2 and B7. The change in total non-farm payroll employment for October was revised down by 21,000, from plus 284,000 to plus 263,000, and the change for November was revised down by 7,000, from plus 263,000 to plus 256,000. With these revisions, employment gains in October and November combined were 28,000 lower than previously reported. Monthly revisions result from additional reports received from businesses and government agencies since the last published estimates and from the recalculation of seasonal factors. The employment situation for January is scheduled to be released on Friday, February 3, 2023, at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.